Today on the Eating on a Dime show, I'm going to show you how to make Mexican shredded chicken in the skillet in 30 minutes or less. Hey friends! Okay, if you have been following me for quite some time, you know one of my all-time favorite recipes is crock pot chicken tacos. Today, I'm going to show you how to do that in 30 minutes or less. If you want the recipe, let me know below or find the link in the description and we'll send you the recipe. Or you can always go to eatingonadime.com and search Mexican shredded chicken to get the recipe. Friends, this recipe is delicious and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 ingredients if you include the broth, or 6 with the lime. So 6 ingredients or less, 30 minutes or less, and dinner's done. It's gonna be good. So let me know below if you want the recipe. Okay, so here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I have my skillet. I'm just using a hot plate, so that way it's easier on the video. You'll just use your regular stove. We're gonna start off with some olive oil, a couple tablespoons of olive oil. We're just gonna drizzle it in the pan. I'll say I do like using my cast iron skillet because we want this, we want it to get to really high heat. And if you're using a non-stick pan, you're not gonna be able to, you could damage your pan basically is what I'm saying. So we're gonna start out with some olive oil and then I'm gonna throw in 4 chicken breasts. I should have worn my apron, guys. Turn this down a little bit. Okay, that's done. Move this out of the way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brown this on each side. It's going to take about 3 to 5 minutes on each side of browning. And while we're waiting for it to brown, I'll tell you what to do. And this chicken is speaking to me. So if you love crock pot chicken tacos, you're going to love this recipe because it's so easy to make. My kids can make it. It's that simple. And in fact, while we're waiting, I completely forgot that I'm going to need a lid, don't I? Yeah. I guess you don't have to, but I want to, yeah, we want to cover it. Let me grab a lid real quick. Okay, that'll work. Put that lid there, just so we're ready, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna brown the chicken on each side and then we're gonna add our delicious seasonings to make it delicious. And what's so fun is we're gonna pour in broth and let it simmer and we're gonna be able to shred the chicken. So it's Mexican shredded chicken. What that means is you can use this, eat it by itself, put it on tacos, put it in burritos, quesadillas. What else can I use it for? I can't think. Let me know below, how would you use this Mexican shredded chicken? The chicken is amazing leftover, friends. So you can do anything you want it with and you can have it done in 30 minutes or less. So a little bit longer on here. I want the chicken nice and brown so we're getting all the delicious flavors from when it browned. Tostadas, I love that idea. Tostadas would be great. Enchiladas, yes. You could make a big batch of this and then you could stick it in the fridge and eat on it all week. You could throw it in the freezer and eat on it all week. It's super simple and super easy to do. Okay, guys, if you are watching on Instagram or Facebook, make sure you say, hey, I want the recipe, and we will send it to you. If you cannot find the link for some reason, go to eatingonadime.com and search Mexican shredded chicken to grab the recipe. While you're there on eatingonadime.com, go ahead and also search for our homemade taco seasoning. It's super easy to make. You can just store it in a mason jar and it tastes way better than the packaged stuff. Okay, so we're getting pretty good. Just a couple more minutes, guys. I turned it down low and I probably shouldn't have, but that's okay. We're getting good. We're about ready to flip. Guys, if you do make this recipe, especially on Instagram, because it's really easy to share on Instagram, make sure you tag us at Eating on a Dime and we can share your picture because I love seeing when you guys make our recipes. Okay, so now that this has been about 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and flip the chicken. I like them a little bit browner, but since it's taking a little bit longer on this hot plate, we're gonna just go ahead and flip them. Okay, so once the other side is flipping, I'm gonna go ahead and season it with the taco seasoning. Once the other side is browning, I'm gonna go ahead and season it with the taco seasoning. There we go. There we go. So you can do about a half a package of like a store-bought taco seasoning or about 2 tablespoons of our homemade taco seasoning, and we're just gonna sprinkle it on. I'm gonna let this simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes when the other side is brown, and then we're going to stir in picante sauce, so any kind of salsa, and we're gonna stir in chicken broth, and we're gonna let it simmer until the chicken is thoroughly cooked through and even shreddable. Now, if you wanted to just slice this chicken, you would let it simmer for just a few minutes, but since we want it shreddable, we're gonna let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes until it is fork tender in the skillet. I just realized that this thingy turned itself off, so that's why it's taking a little longer than it should. Remember, friends, you can get the full recipe. The link is in the description. If you cannot find it for some reason, go to eatingonadime.com and just search Mexican shredded chicken to get the full recipe. Okay, so now that this has gotten nice and brown on one side, I'm gonna go ahead and add in a cup of your favorite salsa. I'm just using picante sauce because my rule of thumb is I like to cook with cheaper salsas, and I like to serve with my more expensive salsa. So for example, my husband and I really love this mango salsa that we haven't had in a while, but it's pretty expensive for a small jar. So what we like to do is I'll cook with picante sauce, but then I'll pour some of the more expensive salsa on my tacos. So we're gonna use this, but salsa verde would also be delicious. Or a homemade salsa would be good as well. Pour that right over on top of the chicken, and then we're going to pour in a cup of chicken broth. Then I'm going to leave it on high and cover it, bring it to a boil. Then once it comes to a boil, I'm going to simmer it for 15 to 20 minutes until it's completely cooked through and fork tender. After it's done for 20 minutes, I'm going to shred it with forks, and then I'm going to squeeze fresh lime juice over the top before we serve it. Now that the chicken is done and we've already shredded it, the last thing I like to do before we eat is fresh lime juice over the top. If you don't have one of these lime squeezers, I would definitely get one. You can get them really inexpensive on Amazon, but you get a lot more juice out of your limes and your lemons with this handy little tool. Okay, so now that it's completely done, it's ready to serve. Remember, you can do tacos, burritos, quesadillas, serve it on a salad. You can just eat it just as is. It's that good. Remember, you can get the link in the description below, and make sure you subscribe so you can see all our future videos. Okay, friends, so I'm out of here. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope I inspired you to make something really simple but super easy in your kitchen today. Remember, go to, well, let's say, hey, send me the recipe if you're watching us live. But you can always get the link in the description, or you can go to eatingonadime.com and search Mexican shredded chicken. I will see you next time for another Eating on a Dime show. Bye, friends.